do the cash walk, do the cash walk. Hey, I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your collar, twist your wrist, do the cash walk. I'm dropping dollars while you're wishing on a scratch off. My hollow mama list, she just hit the jackpot. I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your collar, twist your wrist, do the cash walk. I'm dropping dollars while you're wishing on a scratch off. My hollow mama list, she just hit the jackpot. I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your
The minor details. I can't believe it. We're on episode 23, the 6-month mark next week. We got to do something special for the 6 months of the minor details. I want to welcome my co-host, 108 TV shows and movies. Recently, just been on a big hit there on Netflix. Still, we can't talk about that yet. Walking Dead, Pete Pitts. What's up, Pete?
Thank you, Danny Miner. Thank you to all our viewers. Welcome to The Minor Details. This is your show world. This is a show where we talk about true crime, news, entertainment, and even a little paranormal. We're diving deep into paranormal today with the Amityville Horror House, and I'm permitting The Conjuring. Angela, welcome. Our other co-host, Angela, is here. And shout out to Dubby. I see we have Dubby in the frame.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, Angela?
I'm just drinking my Dubby, getting that juice in, you know, that energy. I feel alive, more alive than these stories we're about to talk about today.
Pete, do you know that our ratings have went up since Angela's on the show? All right. Me and you are not the hit anymore. I keep hearing, who's this Angela? Who's this Angela? I guess we're not that good looking as Angela, so she's getting all of the fans.
Listen, I can help with the makeup, you guys. It's not a big deal. I don't think you guys need it. I think we all have natural beauty.
Okay.
And we should embrace that.
All right, that's what we're going to do. Natural beauty. Do I have natural beauty? I think I do. I got that Italian look.
I think we do. I think we all have some natural beauty. And you're right, Danny. You and me are no longer the stars of the show. But, hey, what we lack in beauty, let's make up for in charisma or something. I don't know.
I'll just make up. I'll do it for you guys. I'll make up for it. But okay, Pete, can we talk about your hat? I can't get over it. Like, I could spot you on the street anywhere. I love it.
Thank you. Yes, let's talk about the hat. So let's just actually make a special shout out to Dubby, our official Minor Details show sponsor. This is a Dubby hat I'm wearing. And yes, guess what? I also have the Dubby cup.
Hey, we're all matching.
Dubby, hey, check out this hat. Look closely to all our viewers live. You can see the Dubby embroidery. You can see the smiley face here. Dubby, it's the energy drink your taste buds will love. And listen, guys, all you have to do is go to dubby.gg, enter the minor details at the promo code at checkout, and you get a discount on this stuff. It's amazing.
It really is, guys. I've been drinking. I'm addicted to coffee. I'm addicted to caffeine. This stuff is now my new addiction. I'm drinking it everywhere I go. Like Pete said, you just go put the code in, you get 10% off. But we are going to talk about some scary shit today, so get ready. And I'm going to tell you what ChatGPT told me, too, this week, so get ready. Let's go, Pete.
I got one thing to add. So this energy stuff is so good that Danny has not slept in weeks.
Wow.
I haven't.
He's losing sleep over. I mean, this is that much energy. So if you need that energy to, like, I don't know, just get up out of your bed every day, to go to the gym, anything like that. If you just are low on energy, just do what Danny does. Like, you know, he's been having a great couple weeks. He just can't sleep.
I love it. You know what, Danny? You're right. Today was my first time officially getting my Dubby. I just got it in. It's so good. I'm pumped right now. The energy is natural. It's flowing beautifully. I'm feeling like a ball of energy. And I think in the comments, my friend Jonathan is there. Yo, Pete, checking in from Lexington. Shout out to you, Jonathan. Happy belated birthday this week. Shout out to all of my friends in Florida, all my Atlanta, Georgia friends, all my Walking Dead family. Jonathan's one of my great Walking Dead family communities. So shout out to all of y'all. And if you all are tuning in on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, much love to everyone in the socials. Please keep supporting the podcast. Please keep reviewing, sharing, subscribing, and following on all platforms. We've got a huge show. Danny, do you want to go ahead and dive into some weekly highlights today?
Sure, and I just want to say also Kick. We are now on Kick also. So go over to Kick. We're streaming from there also. But listen, we have all kind of highlights this week. But you know, I don't like to bring us down on a high note, but I'm going to tell you this. I just did a video on the most disgusting thing I ever seen, and this will describe America now. There was a girl that got raped at Coney Island on July 4th, and no one did anything but filmed her sexual assault. People
What?
laughed, filmed her sexual assault, and no one helped her. And Pete, that's the society we live in right now. People are caring about their phones, they care about themselves, they don't help people. This girl was sexually assaulted in front of a group of people, and all they did was film it. It's disgusting. New York, get fucking better. Get better.
That's the
It's
most disturbing
ridiculous.
thing I've heard all week.
It's a fact. All over the news. It's sickening.
What day did that
Horrible.
happen?
Huh?
What day did that happen?
July 4th.
Oh God.
Yep. It's crazy.
A lot of
Totally
bad
insane.
things happened on July 4th.
Yep.
Like
You
the
know-
flooding in Texas.
Oh, yeah. And then you got the flooding in Texas, which was horrible. And I got a lot of hate for that, too, because there was a lot of people coming out, bringing politics into it and saying them kids deserved it because their parents were Christians. Okay? How about we live in America in 2025 and we're getting prosecuted for being Christians? Okay? These kids died because they were Christians and their parents voted for Trump. Democrats, if you think you're going to win elections by saying that, you're not going to win elections by that. So reevaluate yourselves, Democrats. You're not going to win. It's disgusting.
You know,
Sorry, guys.
my heart, my prayers go out to the families. My good friend Avi was down there in Kyle, Texas, with his brother Cohen, and they were actually a county or so over from all the mayhem that was going down, all the massive flooding there in the plains and the hills country. And you know, it's devastating when you have a tragedy, and then you have people that try to make it worse by poking at some issue on the tragedy, making trying to tear down some family members or caretakers. Guys, people lost their lives. That's what I'm going to say. People lost their lives, and that's what I'm concerned about. I saw Blake Shelton out there. I saw Luke Bryan. Some famous country singers were going down there to personally help. Shout out to everyone who's doing good in the world. That's the kind of news I want to report on, what's the good that's happening, but Danny's perpetually going to tell you all the bad too, because he sees it.
Angela, do you want to comment?
To that flooding, I mean, it was like the worst thing that I heard. Like I literally couldn't focus since July 4th. Like my July 4th was not July 4th. Does that make sense? Like it did not feel like 4th of July. Like there was nothing to celebrate knowing that this flooding was going on. And the other day I had a post go viral for the first time ever on TikTok. I was so excited.
She was.
So excited
She
for
was
me.
excited, but she's going to do it again.
I'm gonna do it again. You know, it was breaking news. I got it from one of the news guys here, like out of Chicago, and it was done by this one guy that was a volunteer there, and he was reporting it to a reporter. So we all thought it was legit, and the people in the comments were confirming it, and it just went on and on and on. Well, they were trying to say that two girls, you know, a couple days afterwards, were found hugging a tree, basically, and they were saved. So I, you know, didn't even know what to do on TikTok, and I just made it like a post. I learned how to do it real quick, posted it, and then it got to like 40 something thousand like views, and then over 1,000 likes easily, and then all these comments. And then I saw that Adam reported somebody was saying like, oh, I think that's not, you know, it's right. Like, I think they got it wrong. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now I feel horrible. So then I'm asking Danny and P, I'm like, what do I do? Like, how do you like come back from that? Like, do I tell everyone like, cause you know, on Facebook, you can edit stuff and put like update, like, but on TikTok, you can't do that. You either have to make a video about it. I'm like, I'm not leaving that video up. I'm taking it down. So I took it down, took the loss, but it's going to happen again. You know, it was just, I felt so bad. And somebody actually wrote on my, like another post of mine after I took it down, and they said like, you know, don't worry. Like you had a good heart. Like you were, you know, in the right. And it was a Republican, by the way. Let me just tell you that.
Angela, listen, them things happen. You did great. That video is good. You're going to have many viral videos. You and Pete, I guarantee you've got to have them. But one last thing before we get off the flooding, guys. I heard a guy come on TikTok and he said, listen, when this has to do with kids, kids are off limits. You want to call us assholes, Republicans, you want to call Democrats assholes, go right ahead. We're all adults, okay? But kids are off limits. Kids were killed in this. There's still 10 little kids missing. And for you to say it's because they're Christians and Republicans, that's disgusting. Look into your soul because it's just fucking wrong. I said what I said.
I just want to give a shout out to Marianne. Everyone say hi. She's been supporting us since I joined.
Hello.
She's from Caleb's group, Caleb Sanders. So if you guys like country music or like pop country, like rock, go check out Caleb Sanders. He's out of Nashville. I'm not even kidding. His music's great, but shout out to Marianne.
I think Angela's his manager because ever since I met Angela, she sends me about 75 videos of him a day.
Listen, his music
I
is
think it's
so
his
good.
man. I think Angela's his manager.
I'm not his manager. I just help out with social media stuff willingly because I'd always be in like his chats. He's really good.
Yeah.
I love it. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, Marianne. And around the 10-minute mark in our show, we like to let Danny rant for a few moments. We're going to continue to do a little more weekly updates, entertainment spotlight, missing people, and then our main case later. But Danny, do you have a minor rant that you want to talk about really quick on the show?
What did I text you? I can't remember now, Pete. I'm drawing a blank. Okay.
Luckily, I remember the question, and it's WNBA and the treatment of Carolyn Clark.
Listen, I'm just kidding because I wanted to pretend I was Angela because Angela forgets all the questions.
I don't think he was kidding. I think his ADHD is starting to kick in. I think I'm rubbing off on Danny now. So I think it's starting to come into like full play. Maybe it's from the lack of sleep from all the let's talk about Debbie and how good of a drink it is. Energy all day, all night.
This is not going to be a popular opinion, okay? And listen, I just want everybody to know, whatever I say, Pete and Angela do not agree with me, so don't take it out on them, okay? Because Pete was getting in the comments on one of my videos. People are like, why do you hang out with this guy? He's nothing but a problem. You're a nice guy. He's horrible, right? So I just want to announce that Pete and Angela do not agree with half of the things I say, so don't hold them accountable for shit I say. All right, guys?
I'll go against Danny, too. I don't care. I'll start something else up in the chat.
But here's my rant. To the WNBA, you basically had no fans up until 2 years ago. Zero fans. Zero. And listen, I know people aren't going to want to hear this, but Pete, I, and 3 other guys that we just picked randomly could beat the all-star team of the WNBA. Okay? We can beat them by 20 points. But now you got Caitlin Clark, and this girl, I think, could beat me and Pete together. It'll be a 2-on-1, and she would beat us. So you have your superstar. You have this girl who is the GOAT of women's basketball and has put you on the map. And instead, you want to bring her down. You want to bring racism into it because I never saw racism as bad as this girl's being treated. She is being treated bad because she's white. And I said what I said. That is the only reason this girl is being treated bad is because she's white. And that's a fact. I don't give a shit who gets mad at me. She's being treated bad because she's white. It's racism. NBA, WNBA, let's do better. That's my rant.
Hey, Danny, can I just say something?
Yes.
Your face right now is so purple red. Like, you got to chill. You got to, I'm concerned. Even Pete, your face is starting to turn red now. Were you getting like, I think Pete was kind of getting nervous, like listening to Danny's rant. I don't know about you guys. I'm just observing. I'm one of those people that watch. And yeah, Danny, your face. Oh yeah. Like when you get mad, it's like purple red. I just wanted to point that out. I didn't know if it was like your lighting at first, but no, it was definitely your face. You gotta chill out. Just chill on these rants. Calm rant.
Might be blood flow. Mine is actually, I was out in the sun all day in the Las Vegas sun. So that's what my red tone is. I've got the natural island glow now. So it
has like that Irish like coloring. I don't know.
Now, yes, a little bit. Hey, really quick, I want to mention a couple more highlights. We're going to get into our main case in just a few moments. The paranormal case. That's right, Amityville Horror, the most famous case in the world of a haunted house in America. But as I was drinking my Dragonade Dubby, which is dragon fruit with strawberry lemonade, it's really refreshing flavor, by the way. I was drinking my Dubby, and I was just thinking, you know what? We haven't talked about entertainment yet. We need to bring up a little entertainment spotlight. For me, I saw the movie Megan 2.0 this week. It was okay.
Okay.
It was mid, is what I'm going to say. If you saw the original Megan, you'll probably love it. But that's my horror movie that I saw this week. We're going to talk about the big horror movies today. But Danny, do you have any entertainment that you want to discuss? Is there any movies or TV shows you've seen recently?
I just watched Echo Valley. It was a movie on Apple TV. I don't listen. Close your ears if you don't want me to ruin it on you. Listen, I'm Italian. Don't tell me a secret. I'm telling you. Okay? I'm telling you. But basically, this is about addiction. A mother that supports her daughter no matter what. And her daughter just keeps putting her mom in more of a jam, more of a jam, more of a jam. I'm telling you, murder's involved here. Mute me.
I was holding my ears. I could still hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Wait, no, somebody just muted me on live.
It was me.
Oh.
Sorry, it was a joke. I had to like figure out how to work this because you guys always talk about muting me, and then you didn't have to do it yet, so I had to do it to Danny.
All right, let's just move on.
No, I want to hear the ending. So what happened?
No, nothing. Let's just move on.
Good, so you didn't ruin the ending. Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
for anyone thought that
You're muting me during the.
it's so you didn't ruin the ending for anyone because other people let's say they don't have hands. Let's say like in my case, I'm sitting here holding my ears and I can still hear you. So I didn't want to ruin it for them. I'm sorry. Just everyone appreciate me. That's all I have to say. You gotta go watch it. That's all I gotta say. What's it called? The Echoes?
Let's go move on. Let's go to the other thing.
Let's continue. Yes.
My God.
I'm really quick. I wanted to take a moment to shout out to Danny, just passing 76,000 followers on Instagram. All our
Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Great job, Danny. I want to thank you for all our new listeners. We have new cities. We're now downloaded across the world, countries and cities everywhere. I wanted to mention that. And then we are going to jump into our missing person spotlight, where every week we like to bring up someone who's missing around the world. Today, we actually have Chicago, a missing young lady from Chicago. Now, Angela, did you want to take it, or do you want to let Danny take the missing person spotlight this week?
I think Danny said he wanted to do it.
Perfect. Danny, you want to take it away?
Yeah, folks, we have a missing teenage girl. She's only 13 years old. She's been missing since June 27th from Chicago. Okay, last seen on the west side of Chicago. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Angela.
It was Gladys last night, by the way.
Gladys Avenue, West Gladys Avenue, 4700 block. That's where the last place she was seen. We'll put her picture up on our website. Eleni Garcia Gonzalez. Last seen June 27th, the 4700 block of West Gladys Avenue. Contact Chicago Police if you see her. Folks, listen. I said this before. I was on the Missing Child Task Force. Usually, if you don't find the child within 3 hours, you find that child dead. And I don't like talking about that, but that's a fact. You have 3 hours to find these missing kids. We need to get the word out ASAP.
And so for anyone that isn't following us on our website or page that Danny's referring to, it would be under the minor details on Facebook.
Yes.
That's right. You can find us there. Please connect with us on all platforms. And everyone in Chicago area on the west side, anywhere around there, if you see something or you saw something, please say something to the authorities. We want to help find missing people. And that's going to about wrap up our pre-show. As we've talked about some of the weekly news, there's always more we can discuss. But on this show, we like to devote our main time to one big case. Today, we're actually talking about two big haunted cases. And time permitting, we're going to see if this might be a two-part episode or not. But we're going to start off talking about one of the biggest and most notorious cases in haunted history, if you guys are ready. Now, before we do, Danny or Angela, is there anything else we need to go over in the pre-show before we jump into the main topic?
Did you guys get that thing that I sent you about the meeting with Trump?
No.
No, I don't. Refresh us.
He was, I can't even remember it. It was something about he was in a meeting with some country that started with an L. And then he's like, wow, your English is so good, And I guess that's their main language.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I was like, no, he did not just do that. I forgot what country it was. It was like, it was not, it was, what was it called? I don't know. I'd have to fact check that again. I mean, it was so funny though. I was like, wow, Trump, you're so smart. Like you are the brightest man. Like I feel like that should really be highlighted everywhere. And if I can find it, I'm gonna post it on our page just because it was I might even do a video on it. How about that on TikTok? Everyone follow me on A Dose of Angela on TikTok because I think I'm gonna start posting more this week.
There you
Oh,
go.
and the alligator Alcatraz place. Okay. I guess prisoners are saying that like there's a few of them that are there and they're saying that they're basically eating like bugs and maggots and stuff like that. Like that's what their food is consisting of, like inside the food. So they're seeing like bugs and maggots. That's what they're reporting.
I don't believe that.
I saw it on multiple news sources. I mean, you want to go there? We can all take an adventure and check it out.
Listen, we're gonna come and we're coming to Chicago. We're gonna do the mob tour and we're gonna film there.
Yeah, we should really talk about when we do that. We should talk about John Wayne Gacy because I know all about that.
All right, cool.
That's a good one.
Can we get into this case, Angela, or do we have to mute you?
I don't know. Hey, Danny, I don't know. I think
where
I
is
beat
that
you
mute
to it.
button?
Did I beat Danny to that or what? And that was priceless.
Hey, it's all good. We're having fun. We could talk about things all day on this show. You guys have given me about 20 tangents I could have gone off in the last 15 or 20 minutes, but I'm going to try to stay focused and I'm going to try to stay tunnel visioned on this episode. But you're right.
Because Pete has been drinking Dubby, and that's why he is so focused.
Exactly.
Cheers.
We should shout out to Dubby, as we always do. So as I'm drinking some Dubby, I'll go ahead and lay out this first major case for us, the Amityville haunting case. This took place on a very special day, and it's special for a couple of reasons. Special for a few reasons we're going to talk about, but the date in question is November 13th, 1974. That's right. We're diving in, whether y'all are ready or not. This is the Amityville horror case, sponsored by Dubby on the minor details.
Those videos were great.
Listen, guys, here's the weird part what Pete's talking about. This murder happened in 1974 on November 13th. The Idaho Moscow murders with Brian Kohlberger happened on November 13th. And Angela and myself were both born on November 13th. So this is definitely a weird episode.
Hey, Stephanie in the comments says that it was Liberia.
It was what?
In terms of Trump at the meeting, it was Liberia.
Oh, Liberia. Okay.
The country, the guy he was talking to. Like they were having the meeting where he's like, how is your English so good? Sorry. That's hilarious.
You, Stephanie, in the comments. We're actually looking for production assistants to put on payroll. So
that's my cousin.
Okay. Well, thank you.
She's great. She should come on here, actually.
Yeah, we might be employing her as a production assistant.
She deserves the camera.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so what a weird coincidence. Danny and Angela were both born on the same day that the most notorious haunted killings in a house took place, as well as the recent Idaho 4 murders. Danny, I want to start with you. Why were you born on such a haunted day?
Because I think I'm special, honestly. And I'm a Scorpio. And listen, my mother's birthday was November 11th. And I always told her God gave her me for her birthday. I was given to her for her birthday.
Interesting. Okay, I like that answer. I was actually born on May 22nd, which is my mom's birthday. So I can
wow, that's cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Shout out to mom. Shout out to the family. Angela, I want to ask you next. Why were you born on a haunted day, and what does being born on that day mean to you?
It means a lot, actually. So myself, I was born on November 13th, and then my nonna, which is my grandma in Italian, she was born on the same day. And then her nonna had the same birthday as well. And we're all kind of like, I don't know how you would say, like spiritual in a way. Like we see things before they happen.
Angela's a psychic. Put that hat on her. Put a little ball in front of her. She's going to read
Hey,
your...
if my cousins
telling
in
ya.
the comments, you can ask her. They all like call me like witch and stuff like that. Like it's ongoing. But like I feel like I do have some type of like special gift, I guess. And my nonna had the same. I don't know about her nonna because that's a long time ago. Let's be honest.
She's reading your palm on the Santa Monica Pier. I'm telling you, we're getting a booth and Angela's going to read your palm.
No,
right?
Danny wants me to do it like online. Like he said like that's what I should do on TikTok. That should be my niche. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like, I'm not that good. But yeah, I mean the Idaho 4 thing, the address was also similar to the one in this case too with Amityville.
Weird. What a weird coincidence that is. And your birthdays both being born on these famous haunted days. That's just too much of a coincidence. If you're in the comments right now, let us know, what do you guys think? Does that mean that Danny and Angela have a tendency towards haunted or towards paranormal? What does it mean? I don't know. But
And my mom's birthday is November 5th, and then my son was born the 17th. So we're all like Scorpios. And then on top of this, I wanted to mention something else. I keep forgetting what it was. Oh, Danny was born. Danny, should we tell your real age? So Danny was born 1968 and I was born 1986. So it's like flip-flopped.
Interesting.
I thought so. So maybe we do have.
And we don't even look that far apart in age.
No, you don't. We look like.
Are you calling me old? Because Danny looks young.
No, we're all young here. Everyone's young, even young at heart. So let's tie this into.
Definitely.
Let's tie this into the case, everyone. So the reason that November 13th is such a significant date, besides being Danny's birthday and Angela's birthday, November 13th in 1974 is where the Long Island, New York, Amityville murders took place. This happened when Ronald DeFeo shot and killed his entire family while they were sleeping in their beds. That's right, a 6-time murder. He murdered his entire family. Here's the strange thing. The gunshots did not wake any other family members up when he shot them. Very strange.
They were drugged.
No neighbors reported hearing gunshots. Very strange. And all 6 of his family members were found laying face down in their bed after they had been murdered. Very strange. So this took place on November 13th, 1974. This is the very first issue that started the hauntings and the haunting legend of the Amityville horror house. But let's just talk about that. The Ronald DeFeo murders. Danny, do you want to start?
Guys, believe it or not, I was alive when this happened.
Oh,
I was 6 years old when this happened.
staring
Now,
at the TV like the poltergeist, right?
listen, you guys are not going to believe this, but I remember it. And let me tell you why I remember the murders, okay? My cousin Tom went to school with this guy. He went to school with this guy that murdered his entire family. So I remember my cousin talking about it and everything. So my cousin actually went to school with him. I was the youngest of the cousins. My mom had three brothers and sisters, and I was the youngest of all the cousins. So this cousin was probably about 12, 13 years older than me.
Wow. So Danny, I just want to clarify for all viewers, your actual birth blood cousin that you're related to actually went to school with the notorious murderer of the Amityville horror house, Ronald DeFeo. Is that right?
That's correct.
Wow.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Angela, what do you think about that? What do you have to say after hearing that?
I just want to know, like, what kind of school was it?
It was a military school. It was like a military academy school.
So
My cousin ended up being a cop just like me. So he retired as a cop. He worked for South Carolina Highway Patrol.
Oh, that's cool. So he's one of those guys that pull us over on the highway.
Yeah, he's one of them tough cops like me.
Oh, so he's a nice guy. Okay.
He's Polish though. He has no Italian in him. That's my Polish
okay. We
side.
like Polish people. We accept the Polish because I'm part Polish too, somewhere down the line. So
I actually like Polish food more.
What happened?
I like Polish food more than Italian food.
I'm sorry. I like meatballs all day, every day. Okay.
Italian food makes me sick. Like I feel like I don't want to do anything after I eat it.
That's because you're eating like too much like pasta looking stuff, like whether it's lasagna, like you gotta stay away from the carbs. And in place of the pasta, you can actually make your own like noodles like I do with a machine, and I use zucchini and it tastes so freaking good, you guys, and it's so healthy.
Interesting. We have our first debate. In the comments, let us know what's the best pasta.
But anyway, yeah, we're talking about pasta. This guy just murdered his family. Oh, let's talk about pasta.
Sorry.
This guy, he
Is
murdered
it sauce
6
or is
people.
it gravy?
Of course, the minor details. We go.
Gravy.
We go where no one else goes here on the Minor.
We take it deep.
So, guys, so after he kills his family, of course, he gets arrested. But that's when the story starts, right, Pete?
Oh,
That's
the mob
still
story? Did you guys
No.
get that?
What mob story?
Oh, he blamed it on somebody that was like a mobster at first.
Oh, yes, yeah. Okay, his defense. But I'm talking about what we're here for, the haunting.
That's true. That's true. Now, that Angela, you have a correct point. Yes, he turned himself into law enforcement. At first, he said it was a mob hit. He allegedly came home and played it off that everyone was murdered. He later confessed he took police officers to the bloodstained clothing as well as the murder weapon, which was turned in. His full confession contained notes then that he said evil voices told him to take his family's life. So this was
They gave him a diagnosis too.
Yes, this was Ronald DeFeo, and who's Danny Miner's cousin went to school with in New York. So, Danny, before we get off that subject, I want to know, would your cousin possibly be available or willing to come on the show and to talk about Ronald? I would like to know what he was like as a kid.
What'd you say, Ange?
Did he know him that well or no?
Yeah, I don't think he did. I think he just went to school with him. He knew that he went to school with him. I don't think he had any relationship with the guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm interested.
But it would still be cool. My cousin has some good stories. You know, he was a cop all them years, and he has some good stories.
Absolutely. As we talk about this, we talk about not only these true crime cases, and in this case, this real crime / the paranormal activity associated with it. We talk about what makes a killer. We talk about what makes people do these things. And in today's case, what we're talking about today's cases, it seems like they're saying they were made to do something by otherworldly forces, supernatural forces, entities, ghosts, even demons. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Angela, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen paranormal stuff myself, and I believe it. Not anything like demonic. I've never seen that, but I've seen things move and just seen figures and things like that. I mean, the stories add up from when my sister saw a medium and I didn't see her until, like, I don't know, it was later that weekend, I guess, but it happened on a Friday, and she basically said the story of what happened to me and she didn't even know about it yet.
Wow. Amazing. Danny, what do you think? Paranormal, does it exist? Is it real?
I think, Pete, you know, I think it is. I think I had a big conversation, a huge conversation with ChatGPT this week.
I remember that. I remember.
Oh,
And
I remember that
ChatGPT
too.
told me shit that was crazy. ChatGPT told me that we are going to find out in the next coming years of what we really are, because we don't know. We don't know what we really are. And guys, I know this is a paranormal show and it's going off a little bit to UFO here. I gotta go. I gotta do this, guys. I gotta do it. But Congress had a hearing this week. One of our congressmen talked about the Palladians and the blondes in Congress. They are alien people that look like us that are supposedly on Earth. They talked about this in a congressional hearing, and nobody gives a fuck. Like, they're basically telling us there's aliens, and nobody gives a fuck. It's crazy to me.
None of us are really surprised at this point. We all kind of already knew that. So them confirming it is just kind of like, well, why didn't you guys tell us sooner?
So if they're saying, I think, I'm going to tell you what I think, and you guys, I think this is all spiritual. Okay? And I know people are going to say that's because I was brainwashed with religion stuff, but I still believe what we're seeing in these skies is spiritual. I'll always think that.
Well, we all are made up of stardust, in my opinion. So, I mean, I don't think it's spiritual. I think it's like real life shit.
I think we're seeing it, but I think they're around us. And only certain people could see it.
I don't think that. I think we're all able to see it. It's just that you live in Nevada, and so like you're not able to see the stuff that I see in my backyard, which is really cool shit, by the way. We see a lot of cool stuff up in the sky. I look at the sky every single night, like up at the stars. It's been a thing that I've always done for many, many years.
Angie, I live about 20 air miles from Area 51.
And Danny hasn't seen anything yet. That's the best part. He's like, how do you always see stuff in your sky? I'm like, I'm like describing it. And then one time he described the Starlink. I'm like, no, that's Starlink. And he's like, no, it's a UFO. I'm like, no, that's Starlink. And then like, I don't know if he just had way too much cereal or what, but like it was Starlink. Like it was confirmed to be Starlink, like I said.
Listen, Pete, I did see the Starlink, and then I filmed that other thing. The other thing, the rocket or whatever, I filmed the other day too. But this is what they're telling us. Oh, that's fucking Starlink. Fucking this. How do I know it's Starlink?
Because it
Really?
looks
How
like
do I
it.
know that?
It looks just like it. Like you
Okay,
can't miss
how
it.
do you know it's Starlink? You're just going by what they told you.
Because Elon Musk is a smart man, and he told us like this is what Starlink looks like, and so that's what
You
it looks
don't
like.
know that though. None of us know that.
Isn't it how some people are getting their internet?
Listen, I never seen anything other than Starlink. I wish I did.
He's so mad that I've seen so much stuff. I mean, I've seen more too. I'm not going to get into it, but like, and I showed him videos. I think I showed him one of the videos, but actually, I showed him a couple videos. But yeah, let's just say like if you are in like the Chicagoland area, like in the back in the middle of nowhere, kind of like 40 minutes outside of the city, you get to see some really cool shit. Let me tell you.
You know, I've heard there are a lot of really interesting things and sightings in Illinois, in the state of Illinois, definitely around Chicago. And so you guys
need to go on a road trip, Pete.
Yes, definitely do. Yeah, forgive me. I'm having
I
a
don't know if you guys want too much dubby.
too much dubby, guys. I was feeling a little down, a little low, and then the dubby came through and just scooped me right up.
I think mine's kicking in.
I want to tie it back into the question that I just asked Danny and Angela. So I said, what is going on here? Is this spiritual forces? Is this supernatural? Danny says, yes, he thinks supernatural, paranormal, spiritual. Angela says it's real life, and she thinks we're made of stardust, and it's Starlink. So I don't know. I'll say there's more to meets the eye. There's more than we personally are aware of right now. I do believe there are other realms, like the spiritual realm. But let's talk about this case with the Amityville horror haunting, and let's see how we can tie that together to maybe find the answer. And you all in the comments, let us know. What are your opinions? Do you think this is a real supernatural case, or do you think this is a straight psychopath who just flipped his kid?
Was it the Lutz family or?
Now we're talking about the Lutz family.
Okay.
We have to talk about the original basis of the Amityville horror house, which was the murders that took place by Danny's cousin's schoolmate, Ronald DeFeo, when he shot and killed his family. So then after that murder took place, of course, Ronald was sentenced to 6 life sentences in prison. He actually died in prison in March 2021, so he lived his whole life there. But fast forward to December 1975, that's when George and Kathy Lutz moved into the house with their 3 small children and their dog. After 28 days, they got out of the house. They claimed they were terrorized by demons, paranormal phenomena, ghosts of the house. They sold the story, the Amityville Horror, which was written in 1977. And then in 1979, the movie, the Amityville Horror, came out, and it became the most famous haunted case. So now we're tying it in with the movie. Now we're tying it in with the foundation of the book and the real life story. Later on, there would go on to be a 2005 movie. We'll just talk about the case, and I want to talk about the real life versus the entertainment. So Danny and Angela, I know you both saw the movie. It's maybe been a while, but Danny, let me start with you. What do you think about the Amityville Horror as a movie, as a story?
Listen, I'm going to go with the famous line of all time in the Amityville Horror, especially when I was growing up, because I seen this movie. I was 11 in 1979. Okay? I was 11 when this movie came out. And the best line is when the priest walks in the house and the devil goes, "Get out, get out." And that's supposed to really happen, where the priest walks in the house and the devil himself tells the priest to get out of the house. I still got chills. And listen, I just want to go to Eddie Murphy. Do you know who Eddie Murphy is? You guys know him? Eddie Murphy said that white people are too curious about paranormal stuff. He said the minute they would have heard "get out," a black person would have ran out of the house. But a white person would go, "Get out? Boy, that's weird. Let's go see what's happening." And a white person will go through the whole house. If you ever watched Eddie Murphy Raw, he talks about this priest in the Amityville Horror House. That's a fact. Anybody in Generation X will remember that. Angela, your mom's Generation X.
I don't know what generation she is, or if she's even considered in a generation, but X, yeah, that could be.
Well, basically, for anyone who has not seen the movie, we're not going to tell the endings or anything. We're not going to spoil the specific plots.
Weren't they a little different from the actual story?
Yeah, so the 1979 movie and the 2005 film starring Ryan Reynolds both differed from the original book, which differed a little bit from the actual events, but there are a lot of consistencies. Like the things Danny is talking about, they really did have a priest come to the house. This really was a famous case, and it really was reported to law enforcement and government officials that that's the reason they left. That's the reason that they had to vacate their home, their residence. They didn't want to leave. They say they were forced out by the events that are captured throughout the movie. So very, very freaky, very scary. I'm going to go ahead and make the executive decision now, as we only have 20 minutes left, to say today we're just going to focus on Amityville Horror, and we're going to have to put on The Conjuring to another episode if you guys are cool with that, because there's just so much to talk about. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, awesome. So because I do want to talk about the 2005 movie a little bit. And of course, we have spin-offs, we have sequels, but I really want to focus on this main case. I want to get to the bottom of it with all our viewers. Did this really happen? Or was a mom, a wife, 3 kids, and the dog, were they all brainwashed? Were they all lying? What are the chances that they were all lying and got their stories right? Danny, as former law enforcement, let me ask you that. What are the chances that this family, when they reported this 28 days of paranormal terror and paranormal threats, could they have made this up? Could they have all got their story together and just told a big fabricated lie, do you think?
Well, I think what we got to bring up here is the Warrens also. The Warrens investigate hauntings, okay? So they investigated The Conjuring and Amityville Horror. My mother went to see the Warrens, and she said it was one of the best experiences she ever did. She actually went and met them. It was a greet and meet, and they went over their cases, the Amityville Horror and everything. And I remember my mom coming back from there and telling us that she believed every word they said. So if the Warrens were involved, I truly believe the story. And this is what I always say. It's easy for one person to keep a lie. It's hard for 6, 10 people to keep a lie. Okay? It's very hard for 10 people to keep a lie, especially all these years. So I believe something happened in that house. What about you, Angela?
Oh, something like definitely happened, because didn't it keep happening with different families? And by the way, I don't know, you should fact check this, but I could have sworn they keep saying like the family, was it the Lutz? They lasted 28 days, but then somebody actually said they lasted 21 days was actually, but they saw like green oozing from the house and like all this stuff, like, and there's actually like a little boy in a picture that they saw, right? That's the one. And they took a picture of it. But I guess they only lasted that long. And I guess, I mean, I believe it. There's nothing about it that I don't believe. I believe every word that they said, because I've seen my fair of my own things that I did not need to see. But I think it's kind of scary, like, to be doing that. I would have, they got it for a good deal, they said. That's why they ended up purchasing that house. And what was it, 10 years later or something?
Yeah, almost 10. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say almost 10 years later, and I guess they got it for really cheap. And that's what led them there, hoping they'd start like a really good life. I mean, I don't know how you could ever think that you're about to start a good life in a house where there was people that were murdered.
Yeah,
That's a good question. Would you guys live in a house like that? Hell
no.
It's a good question. My answer is, for the right price, show me the deal. And I love real estate. I bought my first house at 22. I love real estate. So.
You are an optimist, man. I mean, I'm not, I would never do that. My first question for real estate, because I used to do property management, was like, did somebody die in this house? And they are supposed to tell you that. They have to disclose that with you. And that's always my first question is, did somebody die in this house? And like, I mean, they probably have to go back years depending on the age of the house. But I'm ridiculous like that.
I think it's good. It's important. I think it's important to know this information, and I would use this information based on the demographic, the area, how famous the story was. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Would I charge admission to enter my famous haunted house? A lot of people do that. A lot of people
That's
buy
what he's doing right now, I guess. The current
Yeah.
owner, I was told,
So-
was actually doing tours right now still.
Right. And I do want to clarify something we just mentioned earlier. The Lutz family actually moved into this famous house in 1975, which was just 1 year after Ronald DeFeo murdered his family. So it was just 1 year later. So this
wow.
it was a famous case. The Lutz family did in fact know that there had been the murders that took place there, but like you mentioned, they got a good deal and they were trying to start a fresh chapter with their family. They didn't expect the house itself to be haunted, but there are a lot of reports that the house had residual energy, residual entities. The green slime that you mentioned earlier, Angela, yes, that happened. And even a small red painted room that was found that was not on any of the blueprints. Why was
In
there
the basement, right, Pete?
the basement?
Wait, red what?
A red painted room, a room that was painted all red, and it was only big enough for 2 people to sit inside. And even the dog would not go inside this room. The Lutz family dog was brought down by one of the kids, and the kid said, "Hey, go in the room." The dog said no. He backed away, and they said this dog never cowered at anything in its life, but something terrified that animal.
Dogs, they know everything. Like they can sense evil people, evil spirits. They'll stare at you, think it's a wall, but it's not a wall. Let me tell you, there's something there that they're seeing that you're not.
Yes.
Like those cold chills that you get, like in your house, like, whoa, I just got the chills and it's not even cold. That's a spirit.
It
You're
is.
welcome.
Why was there a room? Why was there a room in the basement that was not on the blueprints? Danny?
They must have been
Something
doing
bad
seances or some kind of double shit. I don't know. That's weird, man.
There's a
Something-
reason why it wasn't brought up, you guys. Think about it.
Yes,
Something
I
bad
agree.
must have happened in there, or maybe that was like the room where, I mean, they just didn't open because obviously something bad happened, like I was saying, or who knows, maybe they didn't know about it and the room appeared. Like, I mean, but I really do think that something bad happened in that room.
The room appeared, you said. How could it have appeared, I wonder?
I don't know. I'm just talking. But like, I will say this though. Like, I think that something evil like happened in that room, and no one wanted to bring it up, and so that's why they were just, like, did they bring it up when they had a tour of the house?
Probably not. No.
Fact check, something to look into.
Yeah. It was probably.
Pete, I would live in the house.
You would live in it, Danny?
You're
Yes,
nuts.
I
You're
would.
so
I'm going to
crazy.
tell you this, and I mean this, guys. I would go to that house and stay overnight for a weekend by myself and never leave with no
Okay, those
TV.
are serial killer vibes. I think the Dubby's getting to you. I don't know.
And let me tell you guys, I meant to bring this up earlier. Guys, I interviewed a real exorcist. A real one. 100%. He's been on an exorcist show. I interviewed
I
this
watched
exorcist.
the show. I watched it. It was good.
He was on a reality show about doing exorcisms, and I'm going to tell you this. He told me he was doing an exorcism one time, and a demon animal bit him, where he actually bled. I swear to God. And we could get him on the show anytime, and he will work any paranormal case with us. This is what he does. He's 100% an exorcist. He lives here in Vegas.
What was the town called? And Danny met up with this guy too, and he left smelling like flowers, and he freaked out the whole ride home.
Yes. Listen, I met with this guy. Listen, guys, please listen to this real quick. I met with him and 2 news guys from Las Vegas. The 4 of us met together. The news guys were scared of this guy because they said the last time they met with him, they couldn't breathe. They felt heaviness on their chest. They had to walk away. They started sweating. So they warned me about this guy. I sat there with them. Me and this guy were like best friends. I didn't feel anything. Okay? He gave me 3 medals to protect me that he blessed. So that, because he said when people meet with him, the evil spirits go after his friends too. So not only do they go after him, they go after his friends. So he gave me these things and he blessed me on the head and all of that. But driving home from meeting him, Pete, I kid you not, my entire car smelled like flowers.
He freaked out, and he was
It
group
smelled
messaging
like
us,
flowers.
freaking out, saying, "I smell like flowers." I'm like,
Yes.
like he's like, I think I'm possessed. Like he was like going nuts, like PTSD style nuts, and like nothing against PTSD, but like, oh my God, like he was just blowing up. Our phones were like, it was almost like when he thought TikTok was gonna shut down. It was just like that. Like he was losing his mind. And like then later on, come to find out, what did he tell you? That he
The
blessed
exorcist-
you, and
He
that was the
blessed-
floral smell.
That's what, yeah, because he blessed me. That was the smell of the flowers.
But at first, he didn't know that, so he was losing his mind, thinking that the spirit got attached to him. Like
Pete,
So-
we can have this guy on any time. I'm telling you,
He's
he was
good.
on. He was on Eli Roth's something Exorcist. It was on A&E. I think like 8 episodes or 10 episodes.
just check out the past episode. He's actually in one of, like, he's like the star in one of Danny's episodes from like I don't know. It was like, what was it, like a year ago, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's good. Like, he's
Interesting.
on there, and he's a, it was a good episode. So just
Maybe
check
we'll get
out.
him on. I think we should get him on. I
think
really
we
do.
should too, and you can buy him that burger. Remember?
Oh yeah, he wanted a burger. That's right.
So Dan, I want to know, when you met this guy, you said you left and you started smelling flowers. What did you think? Did you think you were at like a grave site and you had like the cemetery next to you and it was like the dead were going to rise out? What did you think when you were smelling the flowers?
I just want you guys to know, I was warned before I met this guy. Like, people won't even meet with this guy because they're scared of him. That my agent at the time, which we all know, she would not meet with this guy because she was scared of him. She would not meet with him. She didn't want to talk to him on the phone, nothing.
Well, your
That
agent
news
was
guy-
sketch too. So like
The news
he
guys
told
were
us.
scared of him too. They were totally afraid of this guy, right? But I'm going to be honest with you. He calls me. I still get along with him. But Pete, when I got in my car, I was like, and then I start like smelling my shirt. Like, does my shirt smell like flowers? What's going on? I started smelling. My entire car smelled like a floral shop.
And Danny
Honest to
lost
God,
his
my
mind.
entire car.
He almost lost
It was
control
crazy.
of the wheel. Like
Yeah, it was crazy.
He lost his mind.
Have you ever had that happen before where you manifested a smell or something like that was just a sensory experience? Because that sounds very unusual.
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, maybe it was protecting me from spirits. He says he gets attacked on a daily basis from spirits, and his friends end up getting attacked too, people that meet with him. So that's why he blesses everybody that meets with him and gives them medals. I still have his medals right next to me over here on the shelf.
Wow.
And they still smell like florals, right?
I didn't smell them. Now you're making me nervous, Angela. I don't want to
Just go
smell them.
grab it and smell it. I'm
No,
curious.
I'm not
Does
doing
anyone
it.
else want to know? Does it smell like floral? Like, does
No,
it smell
I'm not
floral?
doing it. I'm not doing it.
Just do it. Don't be a little baby. Just go get it. Come on.
Next
scared.
episode.
What I want to invite all of our viewers and our listeners out there, if you have ever experienced something supernatural, paranormal, or even unexplainable,
I want
Danny's
to hear it.
talk about it. I want you to mention in the comments in the last 8 minutes of today's episode. Let us know if you've had some experiences, because Danny shared a little bit. Angela, you shared a little bit. I've experienced some things that I haven't had a chance to share yet that one day I will share. But I want to know if any of our viewers are tapped into this supernatural realm also, or is it just a bunch of hocus pocus?
I love that movie so much. But it's definitely not hocus pocus. But I think we should have a whole episode sometime, not to like change the subject, but I'm totally doing it. And we should definitely have an episode, I think, where we could have a couple different people on, like telling their stories, like what happened, like paranormal wise.
Yes, I
I
agree,
would
Angela.
love
That's
that.
a good story. We should, and you know
Or
what,
even
guys? That's
UAP, like stuff like that, everything.
a good point. I'm going to give you our email address, thecrimesolver@yahoo.com. Don't laugh at the Yahoo, Angela. Look, and I knew it. We got these young people in here laughing
I
at
have
the Yahoo.
there's grandpas with Yahoo. Like, is Yahoo still is it still,
I am a grandpa.
Oh yeah, he is.
I am a
think
grandpa.
He is. I forget. He looks so young. I'm sorry. Like, and you're probably like the best looking grandpa out there, probably.
Thank you, Angela.
And that's a good compliment, because remember the first time I mentioned something to you guys when you guys were on TikTok live and I was moderating like for him?
That's a good clip. I'm keeping
Apparently I
that
said
clip.
really bad. Yeah, you want me to say it again? Danny's a really good looking grandpa. He looks very young. He looks very fit.
Thank you.
And he has a very big heart. And when he yells, his face does turn purple, sometimes red, but he's not screaming. It's just how he speaks.
He's just
and he's Italian and Polish.
exactly. He's a passionate combination of all of those above.
Lots of passion, and that's why we love him. And this episode, and like every episode, is brought to you by our sponsors, Dubby.
Hey guys, all kidding aside about Dubby, they are our sponsor. This drink is good. If you want energy and hydration, honestly, go to WGG, okay, Dubby.gg, and just put in the minor details code. The minor details. Make sure you put the in there, you get 10% off.
We usually post about it on our socials, so you can check that out too.
Absolutely. Check all of our socials. It's really one of the easiest and best ways to get a quick burst of healthy, clean energy. The Dubby is something that my taste buds are just falling in love with. But this Dragonade is next level. I'll be trying all the flavors soon. So
I agree.
Thank you for sponsoring Dubby. We appreciate you.
All right, with 5 minutes
really
left, guys, I got a quick question for you two and the audience. Now, we weren't able to go to Idaho, okay, because that trip is canceled. But listen, we want to take this on the road. Listen, Angela brought up that there's a serial killer in Chicago. Maybe we can go there for 2 days and like interview people, didn't he throw like people over a bridge there, Angela, and stuff like that?
Are you talking about like the smiley face killer? I mean, that's everywhere.
Yes.
I mean, you should really look into like, there's a lot of like mob related stuff that we should go check out. I mean, I've been to places too, like Harry Carey's Steakhouse and stuff like that. There was stuff in the basement where they were doing stuff there. There's a lot of hideouts, especially around my area too.
That would be
all the way
cool
to, like,
to see, man. Maybe we can do an That's what we want to do, guys. I want to tell our audience. We want to take this on the road once a month. That's our goal. Once a month, take this on the road, interview missing person case, cold cases, something, old cases, serial killers, and then do the podcast in that city. That would be fun as hell, guys.
I actually know someone that's related to Jimmy Hoffa.
Perfect.
Oh, good.
And so
yeah, and I know who that is, and I want no part of him.
Well, he's nice to me, so I don't know. Danny has.
I want no part of that guy.
I think he's a great guy, and he's also a very big content creator.
He's a big content creator, and he's a big ass at the same time.
He didn't mean how he said.
Either way, we're going to be exploring.
We love big asses. I mean, let's be real. Like, you gotta do lots of squats, but you get big asses out of it, you know?
Hey, we're going to city to city. We're going to go all over the world. The Minor Details is still looking for other sponsors. So if you actually want to sponsor a specific episode, you can actually bring us to Chicago or to New Orleans or Savannah or whatever city or state you want us to be in. You can book us. You can sponsor that episode, and we will go there and bring our Dubby, and we'll be ready to report.
One last thing, Steve Linzer mentioned in the chat. I think this is a good point. Danny, what's the update on that missing poker player in Vegas?
They found him. He was found today. They didn't say what he was doing, but he was found today. The missing poker player. No, he's alive.
Well, okay, so he was just having a Vegas time.
I think, you know how when we don't know where Pete is? I think that's what happened. You know when Pete gets involved in the Vegas life?
All day, I'm like, do you think Pete, like, I mean, we get out, like, way out of hand. But, like...
You guys need to stay on each other and don't focus your targets on me yet.
I'm like, we can't bring that up, I don't think. Can we bring that up? I mean...
You know what? I'll be honest, I'm a busy guy, so I try to stay.
Oh, we know you're a busy guy. I mean, you're probably all over Vegas streets, like just
you guys are
dubbing it out.
Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just glad to be here every single Thursday for the Minor Details. No matter what's going on in my life, no matter what kind of day I had, I just leave it all behind. I come here to report to you all, our viewers, our fans, so I can hang out with my friends Angela and Danny Minor. I want to go ahead and start wrapping up the show, though, because we're about a minute and a half away from closing. Then I'm going to let Angela say her farewells. Danny will close us up.
Pete, we lose Pete at the end.
No.
Well, no. He said he's going to be wrapping it up. So are we going to get some wrapping in, or is it going to be like...
Maybe wrapping, possibly. With this short on time, we might have to wait for the next episode. But shout out to all my music. Shout out to Jelly Roll. Please stream my album. It's on all platforms. Stream the Minor Details. Download us everywhere. Thank you to Dubby. And I'm going to go ahead and let Angela say her farewells, and then Danny can close us out.
Shout out to Dubby and the Jitterless Energy Blend of Dragonade. I'm telling you guys, this stuff is actually the best tasting stuff. And it's known, Dubby itself, they're known for the best tasting energy drinks. You can even look it up. But I just want to shout out to everyone who came on here to support us and, you know, who's going to be supporting us because there's going to be a lot more adventures coming up. And I just want to like keep talking so Danny doesn't get his minute in.
Listen, Pete, does she understand what like a 30-second ending is? That's all right, Angela. We love it. We love that you talk a lot.
I know somebody has to.
Listen, I'm going to end it on this. Email us where you want us to go, what case you want us to investigate. Okay? The crime solver at yahoo.com. Email me. Tell me we want to see us go here. But we're looking at maybe the first stop, Chicago. We're going to wait and see. Let's go. We'll see you all next week. Thank you, Dubby. Thank you for everybody that supports us. See you, Angela and Pete.
Have a good night. Love y'all.
Do the cash walk, do the cash walk. Hey, I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your collar, twist your wrist, do the cash walk. I'm dropping dollars while you're wishing on a scratch off. My hollow mama list, she just hit the jackpot. I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your collar, twist your wrist, do the cash walk. I'm dropping dollars while you're wishing on a scratch off. My hollow mama list, she just hit the jackpot. I'm leaving flaming footprints on the asphalt. Pop your